And we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords podcast, episode number 61. And it's another glorious Sunday, and we are back at the round table on the Lord's Day. We've got Red Dead Redemption 2 news, State of Decay previews, Final Fantasy VII Remake, God of War sales to discuss. So we're going to get right into it. So let's introduce the four horsemen of gaming and those usual suspects at the round table. My co-host with the co-most, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, and the howl of the young wolf. My man, Lord Addict, how you doing, sir?
What's going on, you guys? Don't expect too much from me. Just a head of warning.
you got some performance issues today?
Oh yeah.
Shit, that was too funny.
He said, no. He said, come out, Addict. Come out. No.
What was funny is I was about to say a Hulk joke, but I was like too soon, so I didn't.
You sped up.
Beat you to it.
Never too soon for Hulk jokes, baby.
Never too soon, baby. Never too soon. And of course, we have our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single player selfish experience, and also the Softstradamus, Mr. Offline Profile Illuminati himself, my man, Lord Sovereign. How are we doing, sir?
I'm just like Addict.
Wow.
Seems like the lords are hurting.
The lords are under the table today.
Under the rope.
Wow.
Like HBO boxing.
Like Madrosian under the rope.
All right, we gonna get into that.
No,
Yeah.
But we're glad to have you, Lord Sovereign. No doubt. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the Excess Gamer.
Ooh.
The Lord of Combat Sports, who is a man of his convictions, demands nothing less than the premium experience, and is the Get Money Gamer.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how you doing, sir?
We're doing fantastic. Yo, listen, I got enough energy for everybody in this room. You heard me, though? Let me tell you something. Last night, I watched Eddie Hearn, the snake oil salesman from across the pond, peddle his wares, and you guys fell for all that crap that Tony Bayhue and David Hay was selling you. I knew it was crap the first time they did it, and it was crap the second time you did it. Just because you put lipstick on a pig don't make it beautiful. Yo, let me tell you about that fight. David Hay had you gassed up. You thought he was really going to get busy. David Hay got a glass chin. He got knocked out. Man, listen, he got hit in ways. First of all, David Hay, I don't have an affinity for how men look, but you're a decent looking man with a decent looking frame. And why the hell do you have your father's shorts on? Come on, man.
Oh no, the shorts was immature. The shorts.
His shorts was too mature. He looked like Baby Hulk found Big Hulk shorts and put them on and was trying to fight. That's how you got knocked out. Your shorts was too big. Goofy. Looking goofy.
He got knocked out by homeboy from Creed.
Yo. And what's funny is the dude from Creed told his family, told his wife, yo, you can't come to the fight. Keep the kids away from the fight because it's a fight and I might lose tonight. And I don't want you to be there to see me die. Yo, it was funny because at the end of the fight, he's like, I'm sorry, honey.
Right. Like, so who was this? This was Showtime? Who was this?
No, hell no. Hell no. Eddie Hearn's associated with HBO boxing. Let's get that in Sky Network. Okay, let's get this together. This is how it goes. Now you have Triple G versus Unknown Assailant. All right. and it's not Triple G's fault because Canelo failed the drug test because he got busted using drugs. Yeah, we're gonna keep it real. Your man's a drugger.
I thought the Canelo joint, again, educate me if I'm wrong. I thought he had got hit with the tainted meat, and that's what it was. Now he got busted with drugs?
Come on. You go to the gym, right? You go to the gym all the time, right? Listen, I went back to the gym, and it was this dude that had the slim fat muscle before I left, right? So I come back. This dude, him and his girl, look like, yeah, like they're competition ready. I said, not you and this fat thing. Now what happened here?
Wow.
So they took that clenbuterol, like your man Canelo, slimmed down. They ready to go. So that listen, that tainted meat crap.
You're not buying it.
I'm not. Hell no, I'm not buying it. I saw the needle marks. I saw everything. Come on.
He said I saw the needle marks.
They try to act like it was Beckett's in his skin. Allegedly, because I'm not getting sued.
Allegedly, y'all. Allegedly.
Because you want to use drugs. Allegedly. But anyway, Triple G got into his fight with Unknown Assailant A, and HBO production. What happened? Unknown Assailant A get knocked out in the second round. It was a totally farce of a fight. It was disgusting. It was nothing worth watching. When Showtime puts on fights, there's competitive fights that actually it can go this way or that way. These fighters are actually building towards something greatness. Now, Triple G and HBO is running out of options now. They got to fight these young lions.
So they got to mix it in now.
He has to fight these guys out there that's hungry and chasing his title. So it's going to be something disgusting for him in his next couple of fights. This man might be stretched out all over HBO show and Showtime.
Just tell me when my man Errol Spence is going to get in the ring with one of them. That's what I want.
Errol Spence is chasing Triple G.
Oh, okay. So yeah, when that go down, I'm in because you got me on the Errol Spence joint. I'm on it.
So other than that, boxing was like how y'all feel today.
Hungover and tired and sick. No doubt. And of course, we have the Shinobi, gaming ninja himself, Lord Cognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the ILP. Not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So it's been a rough week, but what are the Lords playing? Let's start with Lord Addict now that he's woken up from combat sports. What have you been playing, Lord Addict? What have you been trying to play this week?
Nothing but Rainbow Six Siege.
Look at you getting your seed. Did some new content drop?
No, I just actually been playing it.
Oh, that's what's up. All right, no doubt.
Send me an invite, man. Send me an invite.
That's what's up. He sent me one time. I was busy though. And then Lord Sov, what have we been playing this week? Solo game in the corner.
No, man, absolutely no God of War, man. I'm so pissed. I've been working hard.
Okay. Damn.
So the only thing I did play a little bit of is Donkey Kong on the Switch.
Okay.
You picked it up?
Yeah, picked up the Tropical Freeze.
Edition?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't played the Donkey Kong Country in years, man. Like the game is a beautiful game. I only played like the first stage, so I haven't really gotten a taste of how difficult the game is. I know they say and those games have always been kind of a pain in the rear because they don't control like Mario games.
But I heard Funky Kong make it easy.
They added the mode with Funky Kong where it's considerably easier. Yeah, so I just went to the old school mode playing regular Donkey Kong and Diddy. So I'll see how difficult it is. But the game's beautiful, looks nice on the Switch. I only got to play in handheld mode.
Yeah, I heard it looks really good.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, the only thing with the Switch is like that lettering though, man.
What happened with the lettering?
You're just squinting all the time, like everything.
This is not made for the Switch.
It's not made for
it's a port over. It's a residue from a real game system. Let's slide it off over here. Let's slide it off.
Grandpa finessing them ports again.
Oh man, I love how his finesse works. He put a funky new character in and stays brand new. Go ahead, Eddie.
And they're like $49.99.
There it is. We ain't gonna cut no prices.
Did you guys hear what they did, right? With they had pulled it off the Wii U eShop as soon as they put it up. Because by this time, the Wii U eShop was like, I think it was like down to like $30, not $30, $40. You know, the price is that much on their games, right? But because they were pushing this at 50, it mysteriously disappeared on the Wii U eShop.
Oh, that sale gone now.
No,
I gotta get that
money.
I think they had to put it back though because people started. You know how the internet does.
The internet watching you flip up.
The chat said you drinking on the blood of your victims right now.
Yes.
Palace of blood.
No doubt. You got Callus in the building. Lord King, what have you been playing this week?
First of all, I like to give a shout out to Bloody Knuckles and Smash Podcast last night.
You're gonna get him on soon, man.
Yo, we did the Infinity War bust down yesterday. Got a tutorial in comic books. It was 3 hours and a half of pure podcast, and it was a blast. It was a blast.
Yeah, I gotta get Blake Nux on, man. He's from our realm, you know.
Yeah, it was just real dudes, man. I love the community. I love entertaining and having fun with other podcasts. I want y'all to understand, like, if I'm not on your podcast or time doesn't it prohibits me from doing it because I work nights, guys. But if you want to do a little daytime action, I'm so in there. So that's what I did yesterday. But what I've been playing this week, I've been playing God of War. And I've been jumping. Yeah, I've been.
Hold on. Back that up.
Updating
to the stranger yet?
Yeah. I'm gonna give you. Listen, I'm gonna give you my things on that. But I've been playing PUBG with my man Def and the squad. We've been coming in number 2. Chicken dinners has been hard to find, brother. We've been coming in like number 2. But God of War, and my opinion of the game is still that I have to get past that. Excuse me. That it's not God of War to me, but it's God of War. And I say this in the sense that it has the power, it has the action, and sometimes the canned animations where you kill a troll. Lord Addict said it. It's like he dies the same way. The axe go back. Doesn't make it any less amazing when it does happen.
Yeah, the troll because look hot though.
It looks very hot. The game is very fast paced. The game is beautiful. I had guys coming in because my boiler went, guys, and the guys came in, did a boiler, and I had put ductless AC and heating throughout the whole house. And they was here, and I was playing the game, and one of the guys looked at it. It was like, "Oh my God, what is that game?" I said, "It's God of War." Yes, I said it's God of War on PlayStation 4. He said that is a game. Like,
Yo, Lord Christopher Smith in the chat going hard. He says God of trash, and you don't control half that game. Yo, wow.
What
disrespect?
What he said?
Lord Christopher in the chat going hard against God of War. He said it's God of trash. He said you don't even control half of it.
Okay, that's nice. Well, hey man, close yourself off from playing it. Chris, God bless. Play something else. My opinion of the game is it's shaping up to be how Zelda was that year as a Game of the Year candidate, because all the it's all the little knots and stuff is the bows are tied. It looks beautiful. It's Kratos. Everybody's Kratos is not going to be the same.
Yeah,
because of the management system of the clothing. And I love that aspect now, because at first it was confusing to me because they don't give you a tutorial on anything. They assume that you play RPGs. And
like they have that assumption of that. Yeah,
yeah, like you'll know how to build it up, find stuff. Like, okay, and that's my only criticism right now for the game. And the camera can get wonky at times, and some enemies that get behind you and you have untimely deaths for no reason. I hate when a game kills you, not because of your skill, but because of the flaws inherently in the game. But, do I take it up from the 8 that I gave it to a 9? Yeah, it's riding that hard 9 right now, pause. And the game is colorful. That's the most that I can say.
Yeah, the color palette is really rich, really beautiful. The HDR.
Yes. And I got to give it up to Sony. I mean, they give you experiences that make you remember. This is a bookmark in our time right now for this game. We hitting our stride right now, guys. And this is it. Yeah. Absolutely. So that's what I was playing. PUBG and God of War.
No doubt. Yeah, pretty much the same for me. Only thing is probably threw in, actually been playing a lot of Destiny 2 Crucible. So I've been prepping for the Warmind. Shout out to Brontis. We had a good flashpoint on that this week.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get my little Iron Banners, ornaments, and all this other stuff with the 6s on. Touched a little bit of God of War, but it's like, with my schedule, it's very difficult when I come home, because obviously I'm a vampire like most of the lords here. So I don't like playing a story intense game when I'm tired. Like
I fall straight to sleep.
yeah, like I don't want to disrespect God of War by playing it that way. So it's like I'm trying to find the right times to actually play it. So usually when I get home, I play something quick, something to get the energy up. That's where the Crucible was going on. I was getting a little PUBG. Oh, shout out to Winter Soldier. Shout out to Little Monkey Punch, Sinister Addict.
Oh, Monkey Punch! Happy birthday,
Happy
man!
birthday, yeah, happy belated.
Oh man, happy belated, brother!
Absolutely, man. We came close to a dinner. We came close, man. Addict was in there too. So we was trying out the new map, King, the Miramar.
He told me.
Yeah, so it was
he's like, I was playing with Cognito.
Yeah.
It's like when you get a Cognito site and my team jumps in with me, they was like, yo, we saw Lord Cognito. He was in here. I was like, word? And yo, your stealth ninja crap is so good that I play with them all the time, right? So I don't know how the hell you slipped in there. It was like, match. And it flipped out like match. I don't know how you did it.
It was late night. It was late night. You know.
Oh, okay. I was
you know, when the soldier was in the building, like I said, Sinister and Attic had a good, fun argument. Remember that, Attic?
Sinister and Attic had an argument, and
yeah. You know those two. They try to control the rock. You know how they do.
So how's the new map? Is it a lot faster? Is it?
To me, it's I played on X. It's obviously it's optimized way better. I got a theory though. I like part of me is like because y'all ain't got no trees to
yeah.
Like, I think I
know they got the trees. The trees are sparse.
Yeah, I think low key is just easier to optimize. It's the way of the design, but I like it a lot. Like it's really fun. There's a lot of things to do in the interior buildings and stuff like that. I'm still learning. I only did like maybe 4 or 5 matches.
Well, it's gone now.
Oh yeah, I know, and they only do it for the weekend. But it's weird because it's like it's a preview program game that you got to download a test server on a preview program. It's so weird. Like, why isn't that combined? Like, it's weird. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. And
let me let you guys know that you guys that's following me. After this podcast is over, I'm gonna take a picture of a game code for Game Pass, and I'm gonna say it a couple of times during this because people join us as you know we're in progress. And every topic, I'm just gonna reiterate that. After this, I'm gonna tweet out a Game Pass code for everybody that's watching for the 14-day trial, so y'all can get a chance to play State of Decay and play Sea of Thieves and have a good time. So that's my gift to you guys. I really appreciate you guys always coming through because a lot of you guys came through to Smash last night, and that warmed my heart. Like looking and seeing my peoples in the room, it was
down the King's followers. That's what's up. Yo, shout out to Lord Sam. Yeah, man, I agree with you, Sam. I think that the lack of vegetation to render means that the CPU isn't constrained. So I agree with that. And then actually I've been playing actually dusted off the Switch. I haven't played Switch in a while. I actually dusted off and I started up LordSov. I started up LA Noir.
Oh, really?
My first time ever playing that game. I've never played that game before. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've never seen facial animations like that before.
Like, no, they never I mean that back then it was a revolution, and then they never really went back to it because it's not that easy to do.
Yeah, I was about to say because I haven't seen future iterations of Rockstar games or any games really like I can see the characters enunciate their words like to perfection, and I was like, yo, this is low key lit. I missed out on that one. I forgot what came out around that time, but I always heard good things about it. And then it was like a good little eShop sale, so I got that for the cheap. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been rocking. So we're gonna get into the poll. Last week's poll results are in, and the people have spoken to the question: when news of a previously console exclusive title from your preferred platform is also announced to go to PC, does this negatively affect your view of that console? The winner at 75% in a 3-way ILP poll, dominating to victory, was the no, it does not affect me as a console gamer group. Coming in at second at 20% was the yes, it devalues the console I own group. And coming in at a super shallow third place.
I don't know.
How can anybody look at themselves in the mirror and justify that answer?
Coming in at a shallow 5% was the PC Master Race Rules You All group. Master Kev, I know that was you. I see you on the Twitter. As soon as you jumped on that poll, I was like, yeah, that's Master Kev that voted for Master Race. What do the Lords think about this? Let's get Lord Sleep because he's hurting today. What do you think about this, Lord Sleep? Oh, he's really out.
Under the table.
Oh, he's really out. Put this
The
in the
rope.
chat, y'all.
The rope has claimed him.
The rope has claimed him. But yeah, what do the rest of the lords think about this?
Listen, I would sooner go with option 3, man, than any. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the one that makes sense. Even though it came in 3rd place, the second one. Why would you hate on somebody else for getting the game that you already had and you blazed and you? It's fine.
Lord Kratos going hard on you, Sov. He said, "This is what you get, Microsoft." He said, "You pimping out, your stuff. Was it worth it? Putting it on these platforms, devaluing your console."
They don't care because they don't care. See, it's a whole. Microsoft perceives their platform completely different. The PlayStation absolutely has to differentiate themselves from Microsoft. Microsoft has the luxury of being in 2nd place and be willing to just put their stuff anywhere. They don't care where you play their games.
But that's not putting their stuff at that's their space. How you gonna tell somebody you can't go to the living room in your house? Like that don't make no sense, and it's nonsense. Stop with the Sony crap, you guys. Like, Sony, you don't have a living room. All right, so you mad because Microsoft has a living room that they can go to? Stop it. All right, I'm
saying, Lord King, I mean, even though our technically choice dominated by last Lord.
It's an identity thing, like we said before. It creates identity. Fantastic, absolutely. Sony has this identity now
that they can't go to the living room.
Yeah,
you need to build the living room with that PlayStation Now on the roof crap that you got, man. Come on, man. Let a brother live.
Microsoft doesn't care. They just care that you engage with them wherever.
That's right.
PC, Xbox, whatever. Surface tablet. They don't care.
They don't care. As long as that live fire up and you in there. They don't care. They don't care if you play in the living room, the bedroom, the kitchen. Sony wants you to play in one space.
Yeah, man.
And we'll get into that with the God of War sales. God of War sales are fantastic for a couple of days. But if you think about how many PlayStations are out there, they're not that great. Like, you know what I'm saying? You put stuff in that perspective, it's like, okay, where are the rest of them sales?
Right.
Right. It's fantastic.
That's why I tell you the numbers don't look right in the light.
Oh, LordSovILP's back. There we go.
No, I'm just not talking a lot, man. I
know you're not doing.
What's I actually threw up. That's why I wasn't talking. What the funny thing about it is people like using sales terminology, saying Xbox One only has 30 million units. It's like, what if you compare? Everyone keeps saying they only have 30 million. All I'm saying is Halo 5 almost sold 10 million. So you take that into consideration. All the people always be making fun of Xbox for selling 30 million. They sold the majority. They sold to 1/3 of their entire install base.
And let's go into that 30 million. It's been the argument's been 30 million for like a year and a half already.
To be fair, you can't. Oh, obviously, I think anywhere they're around like 40 to 45, and that's 45's pushing it. But I do think they're about 40. But you can't really blame people for saying that. It's not their fault. Microsoft don't have any numbers, but at the end of the day, it's like you can't just keep saying they only have 30 million. Like,
that's regurgitated crap.
Shout out to Lord Sam. He said more like 40 million at this point. I mean, one of those things. I just want to ask you real quick, Addy, like, what about the people who were saying, like, in the because the poll was lit. I mean, people were definitely chiming in. What do you feel about the people that were saying, like, yo, Xbox is devaluing. I don't need an Xbox now, like, because of this. So
Listen. Okay, you don't need an Xbox. Play it on PC. Guess who still get that? Rake it up, pipe it up. Guess who's still doing this? Phil is still doing
it. What up, baby? I see you in the chat. Go it up.
What up, Salty? Listen, Phil is still loving your engagement. Thank you for purchasing in the Microsoft store. Shut up.
Y'all crazy. Oh, Irrelevant was we got TSP in the building, man. Y'all making me I'm feeling better now.
Go.
Get at it.
When it comes to that, it's like, look, like, does it devalue the Xbox console? Yeah. Especially something like Xbox, like Halo 6 comes out for PC. We pretty much know it's going to. Like, no one can sit here and argue me and say that, like, it doesn't devalue the console. Not the brand, it does devalue the console.
But it only devalues it for somebody who has the capability of having both things. Like,
But
I don't know.
if you only have Xbox, that's the only play, and you can't afford a big PC.
Here's the thing, though.
Lord
I don't care about that. If you look at it from a perspective of, you know, people being on multiple podcasts, if you're exclusively not on one podcast, you devalue both podcasts.
You devalue when ILP is what you're saying.
Spreading yourself thin here.
No, first off,
you know what Lord Alex said, right?
First off, the addict.
Lord Alex said it's the engagement.
Lord Addict is on ILP. Gaming Addict is on Planet X.
Oh my God, you the Hulk now. You got multiple personality disorder.
But you get my analogy. You get that analogy. Like, if you give them multiple choices, like, it devalues both of them. Like, it
don't. Like what you saying right there, that wasn't a good
Xbox brand.
That wasn't a good analogy.
Perfect. What up, Lord?
It doesn't hurt the Xbox brand, but it does hurt the console in general. There's no reason that people like. Why do you think Sony makes it so apparent to put only on PlayStation? How many times did they say that at E3 last year? Only on PlayStation. Only on PlayStation.
Right.
Because they go
can
with that
only
narrative.
be played there. Right. They don't have a presence in the PC world.
No one's saying that.
I can guarantee you they want a presence in the PC world, but they don't know how to go about doing it because their PC brand sucks. Their name ain't synonymous with PC. Their name is synonymous with home in the corner by myself gaming. So
I hear what both of you.
I know what he's saying.
Yeah.
What he's saying is true. What I'm saying is also right. It's both sides of the coin is right.
Shout out to Lord COVID dropping facts. He says Sony still says Neo is only on PlayStation on their website, even though you can buy it on Steam.
Because at the end of the day, I still believe that there's console people and there's PC people. People say, why do you need an Xbox? Well, if your friends play on Xbox, there's very rare to have crossplay to that point. So if you want to play Halo 6 and you want to play it on fair terms, you're not buying that on PC if you have friends on Xbox.
And let's be honest, like Lord Sav was saying, it's like it's a pocket of people that's going to own both. But the majority, we represent this minority. Let's be honest, right? The Twitter and social space, the majority of people, you know, they just want something that they can just plug in and go. And
let me get this
educated
question
enough to know about that.
Let me ask you a question. Excuse me. But isn't it true when you purchase it at the Microsoft store, it's like a cross purchase that comes on your Xbox as well?
Some games.
Some games, right?
Yeah, some.
Microsoft games, right?
Like Hellblade wasn't that.
Right.
Oh, because that's not a Microsoft game. But I mean like a Microsoft game.
They've had like Resident Evil 7 was.
Resident Evil 7
third-party games.
True.
I think Call of Duty was too.
It's not always across the board, but there's been some select titles that have that feature.
But that's a good feature.
It's like if you're gonna push the Windows narrative and take away some of the appeal to having an Xbox only for those games, at least fix the Windows Store. Because everyone and everyone's mom complains about that store, but for some reason they don't.
Horrible, and that has to be fixed because again, if that's the route they're going to go, which is promoting this cross unity between both platforms, they can't have that crappy store.
It's like
I think it's horrible on purpose.
Yeah.
I think it's horrible on purpose. I think it's horrible.
They try to force you to console.
Yeah, they're trying to
weasel
weasel their way into Steam. That's what they want. King wants them to buy Steam straight
up.
If
they buy Steam, that's the day that I'm gonna wear all my chains and all my gold. Because you know what? Phil did a boss move. But I think it's horrible on purpose that you go over there, you like, oh yeah, it is a 4K 60 frames, but I gotta go through the stupid store though. So, you know, I'm gonna go over here and play it in 4K 30 frames on the joint and I just slide it in.
I honestly feel like they need to have the Xbox design people like just legitly copy the Xbox One store and bring it over to PC.
And bring it over here. They've got to fix that.
Because I've been told by a lot of people that they do not mess with that at all.
Yeah, no mess with that right now. Maybe we got to get that together. So that was the poll. Very intense. Shout out to everybody who participated. It was lit. We're going to have the new one at the end of the show. So we're going to get into these topics at the round table. Lord Sovereign. Cowboys and Indians. What's going on out here? Something got announced. Popping.
Yeah, man. Listen, if there's one game this year that for me
this
can probably
stupid Switch shit,
that can probably
Red Dead on Switch.
Throw it out there. Red Dead on Switch.
You know what? I'm gonna start including mandatory Switch topics just to get on your nerves.
It was just the way he the way he started that sentence is how he starts every damage control for the Switch sentence.
Oh my god.
Why am I damage controlling?
Yo, why
like you hype the game up? It's like you hype the game up before you say, "Well, I wouldn't play this on Xbox, but I'll definitely play it on Switch."
Well, we need to bring up more Switch topics because that woke you up.
Yeah,
you jumped out.
That woke me up. Yeah, bring it up Switch topics.
No amount of vomit held that back, dude.
Yeah, he was up. And y'all liked last week, so don't fret. But continue, Lord Sov. What's going on?
So a title that's decidedly not coming to Switch.
Hey, your Switch had died doing that.
Well, here they go with the shots.
Boom. Boom.
That's how assassins are planning on killing people in the future. They put that on there.
Throwing switches at people.
I can't wait till we do this.
They're just gonna have Switch exploding on people.
You will be getting GTA 5 on Switch. That's coming.
No, you know that's coming.
What is it? It was like 10 years old now. When it came out, when Iron Man came out.
They always put an asterisk next to
There's no asterisk next to that, man. It's been out for 10 years. That game better be able to run on the Switch.
You know what's funny though, Sal? When that Wolfenstein and that Doom came out, they was
They were like,
oh, what's good, KidSmove?
oh.
What's up?
Ooh.
What's up, y'all?
Oh, we can
Oh,
no.
no.
We just can't have you jump in the
Xbox is the best
without
spot.
giving Lord KidSmove a celebrated happy born day. KidSmove, it's his birthday, y'all. Happy birthday, man. Thank you for staying chilling with the Lords today. How you doing, man?
Happy birthday.
What's up? I didn't even freaking know you guys were live. I literally just got into my room and I seen the link and I'm like, holy crap, let me find you. Oh man, how you guys doing?
Pretty good. The birthday boy. How you doing, man?
Man, I did something idiotic. I went to work to try to, be a good citizen and try to help out a couple hours. And now it's like, okay, it's already the afternoon. I ain't got nowhere to go to eat. So I figured, but I should be like on my way out in just a little bit. Hopefully find something to eat some cake or something like that and play some video games. But
what's up,
it's just good. Just another year, you know what I mean? Since me and my kids' birthday is like 2 weeks apart, I blew all my money on them. And ain't nothing really left for me. So
That's a good daddy. You're not like Kratos, because Kratos would have spent it all on himself.
Kratos out here buying Lamborghinis, man. We gotta watch him.
you gotta do, man. You just gotta pick
When I'm saying Kratos, time out.
What he failed to show is he failed to show that ending part of that video where he handed the dealership back.
Time out. I gotta say, I was talking about Kratos in God of War with his little son. I wasn't talking about Kratos, my boy, that is on Twitter. Yeah, I'm not talking about J-Dub. I was not saying him. I wasn't throwing those subliminals.
I wasn't throwing those shots. That sounds like a diss track. That sounds like a diss track, fan.
No, actually, no. What it is I forgot that he was in the joint doing that, and I was talking about not Kratos, not that Kratos. I was talking about God of War Kratos, because he's like really mean to that kid, and I'm like, that's kind of pissing me off.
I'm talking about the real Kratos, and
that's your thing.
I expect that Lamborghini. Lamborghini to be able to transform their Kratos. Like, what's going on?
Lambo was hot, Kratos. But
real
quick, kid, I just wanted to give you the polls. Just wanted to get your feeling on that real quick. I know we ain't got you. I know how long we got you, but basically we did the 3-way poll about how basically when Xbox or games that are your favorite exclusive kind of goes to PC, how do you feel about it? And the people voted 75% that it does not affect them as a console gamer if a game goes to PC. So I know you've been out there in them Twitter streets fighting that fight. What do you feel about that?
That's how it's supposed to be. If you're a console gamer, it's like whatever. Just like how, even with like multi-plats or like marketing deals, you're gonna play it on a console that you own. Like, you know what I mean? Like you guys, Destiny got the marketing deal with PlayStation, but you guys are all pretty much playing on Xbox. They ain't stop you from buying Destiny 2. You know what I mean? So it's like you're gonna play it regardless, As far as like a lot of it sucks because a lot of this stuff it's really for fanboy like wars. It's really it's bragging rights, bulletin point. You need to come with receipts. You need to have like your lists. You need to have your meta scores. You need to have your MPDs to help you in these senseless arguments that we have. And that's the only thing this is for. You know what I mean? That's the only reason. Why do people?
That's why they upset.
Why we need Xbox sales numbers? What do we need Xbox sales numbers for?
All right, but here's the thing. Let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna be fair. I gotta play it fair. Yep. What about the contingent that says y'all not showing? All y'all showing is engagement numbers because y'all losing.
That's what everybody does. Like, what are you talking about?
That is a horrible
numbers.
When you saw a fight, right? You see the two guys, they fight. And at the end, it's a draw. Let's say it's a draw at the end of the fight. And one guy would be like, yo, but I landed more jabs, though.
Yeah.
Like, and the other guy was like, yo, but I was ring generalship. Yo, you're going to skew it to how you want it to be viewed. You know, your narrative is how you see it. I don't care if PlayStation is winning. I'm winning on my Xbox, right? I don't care if Xbox is losing because I'm winning on my PlayStation. Wherever you are engaged at the moment, do you really give a damn who's wearing the console? It doesn't put money in your pocket.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
Good point. Good.
Unless you're getting a freaking paycheck from one of these people,
Can I approach somebody in the chat? Somebody said Xbox used Metacritic scores for Game Pass. They actually didn't. A fan did them a solid and put together all the meta scores for all the games in Game Pass and put them from best to worst for them. And Mikey Barr retweeted it. That's all. That wasn't done by Microsoft. That was done by a fan.
Got it. All right, that's what's up. So we got that out of the way. So LordSov, we heard about this Red Dead. What's going on with this Red Dead?
Can I go now? Adam?
Yes, you can go. You said, "Can I rock?"
Yeah, your Switch trauma is it done with?
Yeah, he thought it was a Switch trauma. He got scared.
So, they released the third trailer for Red Dead Redemption this past week, and I was hoping to get a lot of like system stuff in this third trailer, right? And what we got was more story. We've gotten 3 story trailers since we've seen anything of this game. So obviously they're very proud of the story they're going to tell in this game, but we're at the point now we're a couple of months out from launch. People want to see the game and people want to know what the game is. So I was a little disappointed in that, though the trailer was fantastic. But what happened was the following day, information started to trickle out, and we started to find out that certain outlets actually had access to a 45-minute demo that they watched. They didn't get to play. They didn't get to play.
This is what I'm IGN first. Who this?
Of course, it's IGN.
I
heard, and then like GameSpot, like Germany or something like that. It was weird. It was like some really weird like breakdown of different outlets.
Kratos in the chat. Continue.
Yeah. I knew he was gonna jump in here.
You heard his name. He pulled up.
Candyman.
Actually, I tweeted him and said it's no fun talking about his brand new ride when he ain't in the chat to shoot it.
Continue.
So, we got a breakdown of basically what the world is, and this has me really excited about this game. Basically, in Red Dead 2, all of your actions matter. They have some sort of reaction to what you do in the world in a way that isn't pre-canned. There's an honor system that there was in the first one. Like obviously, like if you choose to be like a big time outlaw, you're constantly going to be chased. If you choose to do things on the better side of the law, you're going to have less pushback from the law. It just in terms of like how you interact with people, like you're basically in a camp now, right? And everybody in the camp has their own duties to the camp, right? So if you do your job well, whatever it is, hunting, cooking, whatever, everybody else in the camp is going to be, the morale of the camp is going to be higher. And if you choose not to, the morale is going to be lower, and that's going to affect interactions with everybody. And that same principle applies to the whole world. Like they were talking about a specific instance where Arthur Morgan, this is the protagonist in the second one, when he's kind of riding his horse too close to somebody's property that he doesn't know, the dude comes out and is like, yo, can you get away from my property? And so he doesn't know how you're going to react. You don't know how he's going to react. So you could do a number of different things. You could point your gun at him, and if he's gangster, he's going to be like, nah, I'm going to pull my gun out too.
Oh, word? You can start? That's
if
crazy.
He's not gangster, he'll go running, and you may have to chase him and call the cops, right? the situations play out in such a way that the world feels alive in a way that the first one didn't. The first one gave you a big sense of atmosphere. Like when you're out in the desert in the middle of the night looking at the sunset, you're like, wow, like they really got it right in terms of that. But in terms of like how people react to you, there's only a set number of like ways they're gonna react to you. Like anybody you meet out in the open world or whatnot, besides stuff that's on the story path. So I think that's what's most interesting to me about the game is that they're trying to really create a living world. Like when we look at, Rockstar games are always an event, and they always try to bring something new to the table that nobody's done. The thing about it with this is now we've had Zelda, and we've had The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Since GTA 5. So now it's a matter of what have they done to improve on those things that we saw in those games to make these open worlds even more alive. So I'm super excited, man. They're very white glove with their games. They're really white gloves with their games, and they even beastier now. Like I've never heard of them letting people like, yeah, you can watch it for an hour, but you can't touch it.
No touching. No touching. No touching.
No doubt. Lord KidSmove, did you get a chance to see the Red Dead trailer? Any information on it?
I saw the trailer. I didn't see anything that he was talking about. I just saw like.
We didn't get to see it. We didn't get to see it. That's the thing. They allowed the outlets to see the gameplay and then report on it. But nobody has the footage for us to see. We haven't seen jack.
Lord Sovereign get private text messages from the dead.
We got that exclusive.
This is what I mean with the white glove. Like they're like, nah, you could talk about what you saw, but that's it. Like we're not giving you any footage. So what people have done in the 3 trailers that they've shown, they told them what parts of those trailers were specifically gameplay, and people have spliced those together to show gameplay. That's as much as we've gotten. So,
shout out Spoon Man in the chat. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Always showing love. Also, J Dub, shout out to Kratos. Remember, he's got the giveaway today. You know what I'm saying? Before he
for the console.
So that Kratos. So you can stop e-begging, Lord Addict. Stop your e-begging. That needs to come. I'm putting my flag down. I want that.
Ain't nobody control what I do. What's up, J Dub?
You know it'd be crazy.
Hit me up, J Dub. Let's go.
J-Dub,
if I win it,
the right thing.
It'd be crazy if I win it. If I win it, I'ma smash it.
Oh my God!
If I win it, I'ma take it out back and I'ma smash it. Nah, I ain't gonna do nothing like that.
You definitely ain't Hulk smashing it because Hulk ain't gonna do that no more.
Oh,
yeah, well, look who woke up as soon as Kid came in.
I resent that.
Anyway,
the boss came in and
are you any bit excited about Red Dead? Are you a Red Dead guy? Like, where are you at with Red Dead?
Nope.
Wow. So me and you in the same boat. So did you play the first one?
I have it. I'm actually probably going to play it this summer on the X.
Me and you in the same boat. So I didn't mess with the first one either. And then when now obviously they've remastered on X and it looks phenomenal. I think I'm gonna have to do that just to kind of get me in that zone.
Shout out to J-Man for making the wrong decision, and now he has to try to find a PS3 to play Red Dead when he could have had an Xbox One X. He was posting on Twitter. He's like, anyone selling a PS4 3? I need to play Red Dead. And I'm like,
I got one.
Wow.
I got a PlayStation 3 right now. I'm selling it for
statements like that.
$750.
Statements like that shows you that backwards compatibility. It might not be a big thing to everything, but the overall perception, it's a big thing.
Put them in contact with me. I'm selling it for $750.
Lord King, Red Dead, where you at with it? Are you a fan of the first one? You hyped for this new one? Where you at?
I thought the first one was overblown.
Saul is mad with everybody at the round table right now.
Listen, I came to it 2 years late. Listen,
so you came late too.
I was never the dude that liked westerns or anything like that.
Yeah, like spaghetti westerns ain't my thing. Like I had Grand Theft Auto, so me jumping on horseback and like meeting a dude at the OK Corral because he was chasing Tommy over there near the Coyote.
We could do the real life symphony.
Like,
you
ain't doing the real life nothing. I'm telling you right now. All this Red Dead, yeah. Holla at me when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. But I'm gonna get the game.
Okay.
Yo, I'm gonna get the game. You know why I'm gonna get the game? But I've learned something new. My new credo is this:
What's that?
I'm gonna get the game when it comes out on Game Pass or something,
Oh
or when it comes free in the month. Because I've been purchasing games.
We gotta go all the way to Game Pass, really?
Yeah, because you know
I can
why?
respect
Yo,
that.
Addict. You know, Addict. I'm not gonna front. I respect that when games come out, you blaze a game all the way through. Your blaze. You're not playing. You're like, I gotta get you out of here because the new game is coming. My stupidity, I buy a bunch of games, right? I still got games in the wrapper that I'm trying to play.
I feel you.
So I'm not buying anything new. I don't get
I'm not buying
excited for
Red
new
Dead at
stuff.
all.
I get
Wait, you not picking
frustrated.
up Red Dead?
No, he's not
I
gonna
don't
get it.
care about Red Dead
But he
2.
probably get it to stream.
I'd rather
probably
play
get it to
XCOM
stream.
3 before I play Red Dead 2.
Wow, Lord Dizzy says shame on the lot of yous.
For real.
No,
you guys are
Dizzy.
bugging.
Dizzy, do I have a multiplayer component?
Red Dead
It's whatever.
Redemption was
Escapist
great.
2 is a better game than Red Dead. Facts.
Oh,
Does it? Yeah. Does it have a multiplayer component?
Yes.
Because my multiplayer component game is coming out.
now is there a rumor that is that the battle royal solve? Is that true?
There's
What?
a rumored battle royal. I mean,
Oh, look at King. King, he heard PUBG mode. Now all of a sudden.
Oh, yo, I tell you right now, in front of everybody, it's PUBG mode day one. That's day one. That's day one right there. That's day one.
That and you gotta remember they're gonna do Red Dead Online, and they're gonna improve on what GTA Online is. So this thing's gonna be
online. Chris plays that GTA. Yo, I ain't gonna front. I'm not gonna front. Chris is probably the best GTA player that I know. He's selling cars for $2-3 million. Yo, I'm talking about in-game currency, like real. Like he got mansions and helicopters, and like you join his game.
Little Anchorman in the chat, he's starting trouble. He said,
What he
"Kid out
said?
here flip flopping like the Hulk in Infinity War."
Yo, you know what the best part is? The best part is I was on a podcast yesterday talking about Infinity War because somebody extended their hand when a man like you ran from the king coming through.
Oh, he didn't want the smoke. He said,
I don't want to hear you with your Meek Mill bars. Your bars are garbage. The only bars Meek Mill got is these. So get up out of here if I smoke you like Drake. Up out of here. If I go back to back on you. I did that already. Fake Thanos. You not Thanos. You Groot.
Only thing King David is smoking is the tires when he burns out of his driveway. Okay.
Oh man, look at you now. Go back to sleep. Take a sleep pill. Get your night pill on.
So now
You up now, 'cause get
though,
in the room.
if they have a battle royal mode, something like that, that would be lit. I don't know how long we got, kids, so I want to get to the next topic just to rush us, but I really want to get kids' perspective on the next one, if y'all don't mind, the Lords don't mind, with a Red Dead. Are we all read that out?
I was read that out the moment the topic started.
Oh my god! Moving along, Lord King. So there's a lot of we got a little flat coming back from State of Decay.
Yo, what's crazy is, listen. All right, I'm so sick and tired of people with these previews. They got a chance to play the game, and they're talking about, the first thing with a Microsoft game is they give you the complete negative. State of Decay came out. If y'all didn't know, they came out as a demo for certain people, and they got a chance to play the game a little bit more in depth, and they got a chance to see the 4-player aspect of it. And people was complaining that there's a rubber band thing, like when you go too far away from the group,
right?
It'll rubber band you and pull you. Now, might be an exploit later on. There might be a flaw that they have to fix when the game gets in the wild, because conceptually, the devs thought, this is a good feature because this is permadeath for your character.
Right, and they want to kind of keep people together.
Right. You bring your best character over, and he goes wandering off in your universe, and you got deadly grizzly bears that's dead.
Imagine
people in the corner. Come on now.
Imagine like Lord King just like falling, and we're like a whole city away, and he just complaining the whole time we're trying to drive to him. I'm gonna die because you guys didn't want to stay around me.
This works well for me because I have a dude on my squad in PUBG, Death, who likes to slide off into the bushes while everybody is over here fighting. So this keeps everybody close together, keeps everybody safe and warm and nice. And I don't really care.
Man, I got no
to be honest
shame.
with you,
if there's too many people and I can't do it, I will leave.
Let's get Kid on this because
right, go ahead.
Lord Smooth, you actually set off everything with a great tweet this week, and obviously, you know, we heard the news that came out, and first of all, shout out to Lord Rand. You know, there's some people who validly are upset with the fact that there's tethering, that progression is kind of locked in to that session of the host, and then you kind of put out a tweet that was actually speaking to one of the game designers, I believe, from Undead, and kind of getting the record straight. So put it out there, Kid. What's going on? What was the feedback from that whole exchange?
Well, yeah. The thing is, because I got really irritated because I've been trying to get like these guys on like a podcast for a minute.
You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one.
Yeah, so like some of them. Oh,
shout out to Undead.
Hold on, my background.
Oh, they choked him.
She's trying to get tethered right now.
They choked him. They choked him, so they choked him.
Apologize for that. Yeah,
go for it, man.
Yeah, so the first thing when I started reading these articles, the first thing I went into the DMs, it was like, hey, what are your thoughts? Your king is out. Yeah,
that's stupid.
He's out. I'm sorry, I just saw his images laughing like crazy.
You're a fool.
Oh man. Yeah, so what happened was like I started reading the press and people, the crazy thing is people were making videos based off 2 articles, man.
Yes.
And so I was like, all right, let me do this. Let me reach out to somebody I know. Like that sees everything in, and I asked, hey, what was the decision? Why did you guys do the tethering thing? Because this is look like it's getting negative feedback. And I was like, was that by choice, by design? And vaguely, no, I'll read you guys the message. So I can
go, baby.
He out here exposing people's DMs.
No. It's not. I don't think it's exposed. I just
did he say, yo, you could put this out?
The screen looked like a snitch. He got mad at me about the Nintendo thing I did last week.
Yeah, man, yo, hey, that was between you and that man.
Continues.
So the screenshots, like those screenshots that I sent out, those were fine. I was approved. It wasn't like, you know, so pretty much it was about like they had a it was like a complex choice to make. The technical realities that they were facing meant that they either needed to tether players together or seriously damage the game in some other way to avoid it. We tested the tether and found that it didn't hinder it didn't hinder people the way they feared, and it meant we didn't have to undercut the other things that were good about the game. So we went for it. The best.
Lord Nader said I can't associate with KidSmove with these DM experts. He's savage. I'm sorry. Relevant killed me with that.
He got me over here dead. I'm just reading everything that
Relevant going so hard with this DM situation. Continue, Lord Smooth.
So we went for it.
Let him finish, guys.
So we went for it as it was the best solution to a problem with the downsides in every direction. So it was a choice. The thing is, if they didn't have it, it would have impacted the game in another way, and it would have went away from the direction that they were trying to go. And they also corrected, you know, the stuff that GameSpot and Eurogamer put out about the whole progression system. The thing is, when in co-op, you do progress. You still earn. The only thing you can't do is like the base you build on somebody else's game. Right. That obviously that doesn't carry over with you. It doesn't that's not going to appear in your world. And the story mode, like the story missions that you do, you're not doing it for your story. And because they said they have a dynamic story system, meaning that the missions, even we are going to be playing State of Decay too. There's no set mission order or mission structure. So when we all start the game, we all gonna be doing something different, even though we start the game at the same time, like, you know, at maybe the same location, but it's all gonna be different. So there's a chance that a mission I do in your game, I may not even do in my game.
Right, that's what I'm hearing. So pretty much, there's no linear set progression, and then there's also a bit of randomization or proceduralization as far as the mission structure.
Yes. Yeah. So the thing is, and then somebody tried to expose that fact to say, oh, but when I did it and this happened, and they said, well, we had like a preset demo for you guys. So he's like, oh, well, you should have said that, you know.
I did catch that too. Yeah, I caught that.
So it's like, you know, a lot of people, this is how I feel about Xbox games. You guys got to think about it. Think about this. Think about this. And I'm going to say this in the video, and I'm probably going to say this on Playing Xbox, right?
No doubt.
You got to think State of Decay 2 is being held to super high standards for a $30.
But what here's the thing. Why do you think that is? And that's what I'm gonna go into, because I think we just had the release of a certain big masterpiece.
Yeah, we had a release of a big ass AAA high budget quality super exclusive from a franchise that isn't new. You know, it's God of War, well familiar.
That took 5 years to make.
Took 5 years to make. I mean, this is a big hitter, you know.
That doesn't have a multiplayer component.
Oh my God, yes.
The fact that State of Decay, everybody's like looking at State of Decay 2, and
you know, like, God of War got tethering too, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Native. Shout out to Anchorman. They said Ark had tethering. Far Cry 5 had
Far Cry 5 had it, and people wanted to give that games 10s and 9s and stuff like that.
And shout out to Lord
Jeff
Gordon.
And some people completely disregarded the multiplayer, but the game was still worth it, even though it wasn't worth it to play in co-op because it had that, right? But the thing is that State of Decay 2, sure, I think it's unfair to try to say, all right, sure, God of War was great, but let's put that standard, the God of War standard, on the next big Xbox exclusive, the big Xbox. I don't look at State of Decay 2 as the next big Xbox exclusive. I look at it as a triple I. Like, you know what I mean? It's a triple I game, man.
Triple indie.
Yeah. I look at, like, come on, if they happen to announce, like, I don't know, if they happen to announce some other game, whether it be a new IP or
it doesn't matter, whatever IP or whatever game that they're talking about. If it's Microsoft game, it's gonna get criticized. When are y'all gonna learn that part right there?
Yeah, shout out to Face in the chat though. He's saying that's because Microsoft ain't released a big AAA banger in a long time. He said,
"See, I think it's fair.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. I don't care about that part. What I care about is the fact that anything that Microsoft do, they're being scrutinized by the kids that are afraid. You're afraid of what, man? You winning. Stop being afraid that you winning, man. Because you remember the beatings are so severe. You like the Hulk.
Talk about the PS.
You're so severe. You're traumatized. You got that syndrome that you got. What is that? Post-traumatic stress disorder. You suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Got beat to death, and now you're afraid that we coming back with the more beatings. Do they got more beatings? Yeah, they got more beatings. And when Phil dropped those games and them beatings start to hit, you're afraid.
They're scared they're gonna upgrade to that bat and just start beating them for bat instead of
Yo, the chat is so disrespectful. It said God of War had tethering Atreus.
He can't leave your side. Yo, that little boy is the biggest cheat I've ever seen. It's the biggest autocorrect that I've ever seen in anything. Like you don't have to even be looking at the guy that you're trying to shoot, and you'll press that box button and he'll just fire arrow and save your behind. Like, okay, it's nice. It has flaws like everything else, but I don't hear nobody talking about those flaws before that game came out like this. You know, so you got.
Here's it. I totally Kid, I hear where you're coming from. King, I hear where you're coming from. I want to get Attic concerned. So my thing is this. I mean, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, State of Decay is day one regardless. Like, if they legitimately gave me the first one again with a new can of paint, I was in. Now, when the news came out with the co-op, I'm not gonna lie to you though, I was a little disappointed. Not the tethering as much as the progression. Now, I understand that yes, you can trade items, you can do certain things, but it's like almost like, you know, I'm coming in, like I'm basically not advancing my story at all if I'm helping
finish the game in one shot. If you want to finish the game while you're playing co-op, you got to finish it in one shot.
Well, you're helping your friend finish it. Like if you're playing it, you're like, yo, come in, I'm in your game, right? And all the progression is towards your game, your story. My character, he's leveling up, but it doesn't advance my story. And when I go back to my game with my character, if he's still alive, it doesn't advance my story. So you
You could lose your character in somebody else's game.
Yeah,
progression doesn't carry over.
Progression.
Yeah, that's funny though. But that's the thing. It's crazy because a lot of people thinking like, I'm gonna treat this like just any other game, and it State of Decay 2, from what I'm hearing, is not like an easy game. Like let's beat all zombies and stuff like that. Because if shit goes wrong, you're risking your character.
Right. That's the key point Kid just said. Because the permadeath aspect, and I had this conversation with Lord Rand, we were going back and forth, and I understand his concerns, because he's really against, like, he's like, yo, I'm only playing single player. He's like, I'm not playing co-op. And I said, look, in any other game, I hear where you're coming from, it would be a detriment. The only reason why I'm not going to say I'm giving it a pass, but the only reason why I understand the design choice is, like Kid said, because of permadeath. Because if that person brings their character into your game, you lose your character forever if he gets.
Like imagine like
Addict.
This game, I guarantee it's gonna have like hard stuff towards the end. Like the original one had breakout modes. Imagine like your dude gets in the Xbox like, man, help me with breakout level 15. I just need to do this one last thing. I was like, dude, I'll help you, but I'm taking the side guy. I ain't taking the main guy. You got to take your main guy, dude. No,
I'm taking my side people. I'm taking my game.
Yeah, the side.
Becky is going in everybody's world.
Exactly.
Calvin, you getting Calvin?
You getting the priest dude from Uncle Dad. You getting Eugene.
Yeah, you got Becky. Anytime you see me,
and
I'm in your world, you got Becky.
Imagine if your dude convinces you to take your main dude. And then who gets your main dude killed?
Oh, that's beef. Now, shout out to the geeky nerd in the chat. He going hard at us. He said the problem is Undead Lab said it would be AAA. Xbox promoted it like it was AAA.
It is AAA. Who are you to say it's not AAA though?
Look at it from the perspective of the original game. It's got 3 maps the size of the original map.
Facts.
They build upon every feature and every mechanic in the game. I don't believe in the AAA, the AA, any of that shit. I believe the game is a good game. It's a good game regardless.
Yo, the price is AAA.
Look at some of the
what are you talking about?
The biggest games that's ever been out. Look at one of the biggest games that has ever existed. Minecraft, indie.
Right.
Like sometimes it don't matter. Like it doesn't. Some of the best.
It's a AAA game to whoever
look at Transition, the game that's on PlayStation that people loved when the PS4 first came out. AAA. Some of the most memorable games that like you don't have very often God of War quality games. You just don't.
A lot of people didn't think God of War was gonna be that quality game. A lot of people were like God of War was gonna be eight and a half.
BK go. He going hard. He say he heard Black Panther Blu-ray is exclusive to Xbox. He's stupid. That's crazy. BK go so hard. Angerman said the best comparison is he thinks to No Man's Sky as far as like the level of emotion. And what do you feel, Kid, with that in reference to how Microsoft is promoting it? Oh, K's away. Oh, you lost sleep.
They trade sleep. They pass the sleep rock to each other.
Man, you lucky I ain't on the inner circle
You just
podcast.
be quiet with your thickness and sleep. You got 2 SS right now. You got SS mental. You got thickness and sleep.
Beat the Valkyries and then come back and talk shit.
Yeah, all right. Let me get this part right. Let me get this part because all right, the game is a AAA title. All right. The first game was it was a shocker that it actually hit, and people got a cult following to it. And this game is anticipated for a large crowd.
Right.
I'm sick and tired of people getting upset with who Microsoft chooses to promote and who Microsoft chooses to back and give those dollars to. And you trying to devalue Microsoft in the sense that, oh, you didn't develop the game and you are promoting the game in such a manner. What the hell you want them to do? Like, really? Like, these games takes 5 to 6 years to make. So they're making games in the background. And Phil is sick and tired of talking about games that either has to get canceled or something happens. So what we're going to do is talk about the games when they're 6 or 7 months out so we can get a build up from there. We're not going to talk about games when they're 5, 6 years out because it's not working for us. And they're pushing these games now.
DK coming at your neck. He said when Sean Layden come on the E3 stage, win that Infinity Gauntlet, what you going to do, Kane? He said he's gonna come out there and drop them exclusives on Xbox. What you gonna do there? That's what he said.
Well,
that's
the Sony exec that's still around.
I don't know.
Oh, that king is deadly. Be careful. Be careful. Because let me tell you something. Phil is assassin. He been sticking knives into all your execs. And your execs is like football. You're like the NFL, not for long.
Is that your animation for stabbing people?
So every time Phil poke one, next man up. Poke one, next man up.
Look at King David's animation for stabbing people.
In the neck.
Yo, is Kim back or he's going? He's in the birthday zone.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, just gonna finish this up, this whole thing with the State of Decay nonsense. Does this affect you, kid? Are you day one? Is there any?
No, I'm there. The only way I would cancel my pre-order if they send me a review code.
No doubt. I respect that.
Don't send him anything.
Listen, obviously the Lords, we went to PAX, Lord King and I, Lord Addict, we all got a chance to play it. On the X, I seen it.
LordCognito's in the game.
Stop making fun of me getting killed by the damn zombie. Yes, I got killed by the damn zombie.
No. His character is in the game. Yo, it even had his book bag. He had a level 3 PUBG book bag on. He was walking around.
Does he have an emote that says "My man"?
Yo, I think they did. Didn't the dev said he was gonna do that?
Out of control. Shout out to Foggy and the crew. No, I mean, listen, we played it. First of all, the game ran fantastic. I did not see any glitches itself. All that glitch stuff, I didn't see any of that stuff. As far as now, we didn't, in their defense, we didn't get a chance to test out the co-op in any form. We had the opportunity to,
like that.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to, but we just didn't have time.
But when I played it in the single player, I didn't experience any major glitches, and I played it like
no glitches. It ran smooth, and then the actual detail on the characters. That's actually what impressed me the most. Like, you saw every individual item. Yeah, like everything was lit, the base building and all that kind of stuff. So
every time you switch weapons, it showed him putting it back and getting the other one.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Bloody in the chat. Yeah, so again, like I had no qualms with the engine per se. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the co-op, yeah, that's a little bit of disappointing. But from what I'm hearing, and shout out to Jess Gordon, who just put out a great article, it's way bigger, that space, than even Far Cry. And it's definitely not like an Ark situation. Like Ark, you have to be literally like right next to your man, kind of thing. So the vibe I'm getting is if we're in a controlled space, we can take the house from different vantage points, as well as like, as long as you're not, if it's like a gas station like right across the street, you can go get that. But now if you're trying to venture out way past on the map, you're going to get that warning to be teleported to where your man is at, kind of thing. So that's where I'm at. Sov, you okay with it? Like, I know you've been kind of quiet. I don't know if you was even picking up State of Decay.
Nah, I love State of Decay. I didn't play it on 360 though. I didn't play it when it was super broken. I just played when it was kind of broken on Xbox One. But no, I love State of Decay, and the tethering. Listen, man, like we've had tethering in multiplayer games. Halo had tethering. Like it's one of those things. Like that part, it doesn't bother me in the least. They're trying to develop a certain type of game, and if they feel it's gonna break it by letting people just run around crazy, then sure, tether. The progression stuff. I think people, when they talked about multiplayer for this game, people wanted to feel like you were constantly, you were with your group, you were surviving with your group, and this was an ongoing thing where you guys you're all in the same camp, you're helping each other out with resources and stuff like that. You're going out together, and it just feels like that sort of breaks that immersion that people really wanted from this game.
Right.
So we'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out, but the gameplay is there, the systems are there. I'm gonna have a whole lot of fun with it. It's just a matter of how far those systems go, and if they do anything to fix that. Because again, I think that's what people's expectation of this game was when they first heard about the co-op stuff. They're like, "Oh man, like I'm gonna have to cover my man's back, and then we can save and come back to it, and and it's not that." So
right. No doubt. So that's pretty much what it is. All right, we're gonna move on. Now, kid, how long we got you? We got you for a bit?
Just a little bit. So I'm about to.
All right, cool. I figured we ain't got you. So I'm gonna change up the order.
You're looking at the cake right now, and they put the candy.
I'm gonna change up the order real quick because I still got you Addict on that Final Fantasy, but I want to change up the order since we only got kid for a little bit on the birthday. So obviously, the God of War numbers have come out. 3.1 milli in 3 days. So it's just tremendous success. Sony Santa Monica, You know what I mean? So, you know, and obviously in comparison, we had like something like Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, definitely clap for that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty much Horizon pretty much showed 2.6 in 2 weeks. So obviously this is tremendous success from this. And what I want to bring to the table today is obviously we've seen this success. We've seen God of War doing these numbers, and the whole narrative of single player games is coming back up, right? We're hearing people say, hey, oh, you see, single player is still alive. You know, when everyone was kind of saying, or maybe even Phil was alluding to, not saying that he felt that, you know, the single player was not going to be something
dead for them.
Right. But just in general, like this whole notion that it wasn't profitable when we see these kind of things. And then I want to also tie it into not like the state of Xbox, but as far as where do you see the future of single player games going? Is this going to give companies more confidence, you know, now to say, hey, we can do this without maybe tacking on a multiplayer, and we can do that kind of stuff. So I got you, Kid. Let me get Kid in here.
Yeah, get Kid in there.
Let's move. Like, what do you feel about the God of War success and then single player games moving forward?
Man, I don't think like the God of War success, bravo. You know what I mean? It deserved, but the thing is, I think, I don't know what podcast we were in, but all of us predicted like probably 2 to 3 million in like its first week, right? 3 days, that's impressive. There's nothing around that. That's great. You know what I mean? There's nothing to, it's like, it deserved it with all the promotion that the game had, the budget they had behind that game, and the commercial and critical reception to the game. It screamed like hit. So it was only right the sales were to follow that with the hype that they had riding into that. So that's cool. I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. But as far as single player games, I never thought single players games were dead. I think it's the publishers that are out there, they're not doing their job putting them out. They don't believe in it because they keep seeing games like PUBG, Fortnite, and all those mobiles that come out, and that's bringing that continued income, and they want to capitalize on that, and they can't really capitalize that on single player games. So sure, this making money, continued money from single player games isn't there. That idea is dead because you have to sell so many copies of those single player games to get that money back, especially with people like GameStop around that can resell those games 10 times and you only can really sell it once. That's something to consider. And then you want to think about, like, you know, there's ways to monetize single player games, like how Assassin's Creed do it and all this stuff, how Far Cry do it and stuff like that, whether it be through DLCs, add-ons.
But it ain't no DLC for God of War though.
There ain't no DLC. Well, they can do with Horizon. They can do what they did with Horizon. They'll release like some sort of expansion, like holiday, to bring hype, because they don't got play. If you notice, after Spider-Man, that's it. That is it. So
you heard that, Kratos?
That's it.
That's it. It dead there.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's it, I mean, let's be real.
Single player games are like, you know what I mean? I like my single player games. I like playing story mode games on big multiplayer games. So it's like we need them. I can't picture a generation without those single player experiences. And it's good that, you know, Sony is still around. Sony and Bethesda are big on providing that. I mean, I understand where the Activisions and EAs are. Believe it or not, I mean, they're just not really in a position to put that out, you know, unless they do these indie deals with like the people that did a Way Out and everything.
Yeah, Way Out. Just thinking
let's keep it 100%. The boardroom don't want to hear that God of War crap coming through. All right, so let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. The boardroom wants to know what's the next thing smoking that's gonna keep these pockets floating. And that joint right there, that one-off joint, okay, it sold 3.5 million. Who you think makes more money, that or Fortnite?
No, I hear where you're going. Okay,
you know, it's just a fact.
No, I hear where you're going overall. I guess my question to you is, because of the success, like, let's keep it a buck, right? Sony is bucking the trend, right? They are showing by doing the
Zelda did it before it. Let's stop acting like this is a misnomer, like this is the one-off. Like, oh my God, this ain't been done before. Zelda did it already. Zelda sold more.
And of course, and Horizon Zero Dawn. And all I'm trying to say is that it was thought that it couldn't be done anymore in this kind of market, right? That it wasn't going to be sustainable. And now we're seeing it. So the question I got to you, Lord King, is like, do we think now, because of these kind of successes, that companies are going to get more confident and say, you know what, maybe we put Lord Addison, no,
they're not.
So you think this is kind of like
this game is 5 years out. The marketplace was different when they was making the game. They had to keep continuing with the game. So is Sony going to continue with their narrative of single player experiences? Yeah. Do they want that that PUBG type of game and those games that keep the engagement high? They need that to sustain themselves.
Here's the thing.
Get at it, and I'm gonna tell you something. The chat saying, the chat going in, because they're like, as far as the nominated for games of the year, has been the single player games. They talk about the Bethesda joint, but go ahead, at it.
Here's the thing: when it comes to stuff like that, Sony ain't never hit that gold mine. If they hit a gold mine like PUBG, that's multiplayer only, they're gonna start to convert all of their stuff because they're like, yo, this game made more money than God of War, for Horizon, and all the Uncharted combined.
Tell them.
And then they're gonna keep trying. Like, look what happened with Ubisoft. Ubisoft hit a go to Siege, and then now they're trying to redirect every game like Siege. Sony ain't never ran into that. Sony, for the most part, they made solid single player experiences, but they've never had a gold mine in the multiplayer market, and that's what really sells.
I would say this: I wouldn't put it past them to try to bring back SOCOM. Try to bring back.
I can't wait for that.
If they bring back SOCOM, guarantee you it's not gonna look like old SOCOM. It's gonna be PUBG.
PUBG mode.
SOCOM is a classic for them. Absolutely.
I think God of War creates a false sense of security for other publishers. It's a trap. It's a trap because the thing is, it's like, oh wow, well, single player games are alive. We can sell it because not every
you can't sell them. You can't sell an 8 the way you sell God of War. It has to be a 10. It has to be up there.
Yeah, he said it's a trap. Don't put it out.
So he agrees with Addict. He said PlayStation will never have a multiplayer banger from the first party. No, I hear what you guys saying. I don't want to diminish what you guys are saying in reference, because let's be honest. I mean, God of War on many levels.
Just referring to the fact that they've never went away from single.
Went for their strength. Absolutely.
That's my excuse for them. It's like they haven't had to because they keep making really good single player experiences. But let them get a new dev team that they make. The rights to try something new with multiplayer, and then it become like Overwatch or something like that, where they're bringing millions in every month over it.
Yeah, but see, Microsoft hit that. They hit that with Halo,
and they've done this in the past. Sony isn't immune to this. Look what they did with Uncharted. Loot boxes was popping, so they started doing that shit with Uncharted, the multiplayer.
Yeah. Now, for what you're saying, and I definitely hear what the chat's saying as far as the God of War.
The chat's wrong.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Like, we got to say this too. Like, God of War was a tremendous risk. Not only was it an established franchise that had a set way of being played that completely changed the view, the narrative, the way, like that. There's many things that could have gone wrong. I'm not hating, right? That could have made that a disaster. Like, could you imagine? Like, again,
tell me, Sway. Tell me.
And I got all the answers, baby. But
tell me, Sway.
So the thing is, it's like, that's the perfect storm. But for the most part, like, I hear what Lord Smooth's going for, King's going for it, in the sense that, that generally doesn't happen a lot. You know what I mean? Where you completely change a franchise, you upend it, right? So
I can't, to be honest with you, they reboot franchises a decent amount, but I've never seen a franchise rebooted quite like this game was.
Facts.
They literally switched mythologies.
Yeah.
Like, they switched to different gods.
They had to. They done killed all the other ones.
It's not the point. It's the point that they went to a new land, a new entire mythology.
They even changed Kratos because he was black before.
Oh my God!
Wasn't Kratos Greek?
Bro. If you look at that Kratos and you put up that other guy, you're gonna be like, "What the hell?" Yeah, I swear, I said, "What the hell?" when I saw him. I said, "What the hell?" He woke up white.
Oh I mean, he does have the ashes of his dead family around him.
So
crazy.
But yeah, definitely, man. So what do you feel now because of all this stuff? We know Microsoft is looking at this. We know, like, aspect based on what's going on.
They got to make good ones. They can't keep average ones. They have to make above average story oriented games, because I've said it from day one. People can say what they want. People can say what review scores do. Review scores can come out shitting on a game. It could be completely biased. If that game is fire and that game is good, Word of mouth is going to sell your game before any review game will.
No doubt. Shout out to Potential Perfect.
Look what happened to Dying Light. Game came out, completely no one expected what happened, and then it sold 10+ million. Because if a game is good, people are going to buy it.
All right, shout out to Salty again. Salty's on fire in the chat. He's saying that it's acceptable for Sony to use third party for multiplayer, but it's not acceptable for Xbox to use third party for single player. Why is that, Lords?
It is because they hate on anything that Microsoft.
I've always said that's a double standard. Like and people are like, well, third party handle multiplayer. Dude, there's like 5 or 6 good single player games that come out every year. So don't say that it can't. The single player can't be handled by the multiplayer. Look at Shadow of War. What's that game that Anchorman wouldn't stop talking about that was getting on my nerves?
Which one? Bethesda? It got to be a Bethesda.
Yeah, it was definitely a Bethesda game.
Wolfenstein?
Wolfenstein. You got games like that. I mean, and that's just 2 games I named. The Evil Within 2, and those games came out in like 2 months, just 3. Yeah, but let's not talking about the rest.
Yeah, Lord Smooth, I just want to ask you before you head out too as well. As far as now, let's transition this to Xbox and wrap this up. Now, as far as the whole rumors that we're hearing Nier Automata, right, could be coming. Where a lot of these, some of these single player games have been the exclusivity either was timed that we're finding out, and they're now coming over to Xbox. And obviously, we're hearing rumors of Quantum Break 2, right? We're hearing rumors possibly, there's rumblings. There's certain games that were single player that might be coming to Xbox. What do you feel that they have to really double down this year? I know we're doing like a pre-E3 thing.
And keep in mind, kid, you're muted if you didn't know that.
Yeah. All right, say that again.
Yeah, well, pretty much in reference to Microsoft's response to this. Like, we know they're watching, right? And we know about the rumors with Nier Automata. We know about the possible, but maybe a Quantum Break. We're hearing rumblings on, the GAF and all that. So, what do you think is the response possibly with the success of like a God of War?
Well, remember, they're still working on a response to Horizon Zero Dawn with the whole, the Fable thing. I think, there's a room. I think, I don't know if any of this stuff is going to be realized at E3. But I don't even know if they have a proper answer to God of War. It depends, man. All Microsoft can do if Crackdown. All right, so we got State of Decay. Crackdown's probably going to be a stealth release in the next month or so, right? And then you got likely Forza game. The best thing Microsoft could do to really to give us a nice appetite is buy out a third-party exclusive or something like that for a year. They got 2 games they could potentially do this with, which they probably didn't. And that's
Splinter
Cell and Metro.
Oh, Metro, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about Metro, right?
Metro. Sure. They're not gonna do Tomb Raider again. They're not going that route again.
They're not going that route. Well, we didn't even talk about Shadow of the Tomb Raider, y'all. That's right. We haven't even talked about that.
Nice game. It looks good.
I'm there day one. I'm there.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you.
Yep. Well, anybody disappointed about the 4K 60 news, or y'all cool with the 1080 and the 4K 30?
What you said? What you said?
Well, the rumors that first came out that it was supposed to be the dev must have misspoke, and it came out that it was 4K 60. So everybody went crazy, like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? Now it's the either or. It's a 4K 30 mode, or you got your performance mode with the 1080 60.
Oh, but you mean on the PlayStation's checkerboard? Okay, yeah. Listen, I got an X, so I really don't care how it runs. It's gonna run good. I know playing it on the X is going to run the best.
No doubt. Continue, Lord Smooth.
Oh no, I don't have I said my piece related to that. But I'm about to get out of here. Because I'm about to start.
Happy birthday,
Lord Smooth. Thank you for coming home, spending it with the Lords.
He looking at that cake. He like, I gotta go.
No, but man, we gotta get Planet Xbox and ILP together, man, for sure.
Yeah, when's that supposed to be?
They're here already.
Yeah, when we talking?
They here right now. Like, what are you talking about? We gotta get them together.
Well, break the date to the realm. What is it?
18th at 7 p.m. We're gonna 18th.
So it's gonna be a Friday. 7 p.m. Lord King should be around. Lord Sov, you should be around. Or you working? Where you gonna be?
We'll see. I'll let you know. TBD.
It'll be the 18th at 7 p.m. And the entire show is going to be about E3 for Microsoft.
For Microsoft, no doubt. We're gonna set that off. Shout out to the whole crew, Planet Xbox crew, Merc, Cycle, you know what I'm saying, Jazz, all of them, you know what I'm saying? Those are my people. So we definitely do. Yo, Smooth, enjoy your birthday, man.
Hey, can we just
let me tell y'all right now, y'all guys better follow me because I'm going to tweet out that code for Game Pass. Right, so right after this,
and, skip the Final Fantasy topic this week and just end it, man.
You cool?
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. I mean, I was literally gonna take a minute. I was just gonna talk about it. I'll talk about it for you.
We had 61 people viewing with 37 likes. Let's get to that part. But listen, let me tell you something. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I suggest you start following me right now at King David OTW because I'm going to tweet that out. Hey, if you don't have Game Pass, you get a chance to play State of Decay, Sea of Thieves, and all the other games that's in there at Game Pass for the 14 days.
Come be tethered with the Lord.
Hey, King, I want you to do the weird eyebrow thing you do and say "do it" and follow me on Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter. Do it. I don't even know what he's talking about. Yo, like my eyebrow thing. That's neat.
You out of control. Real quick, we'll wrap this up with the last topic because I know Addict's not doing well. And everyone's got things they got to do today. It's gonna be a shorter one. But
Addict going to go to sleep.
Yeah, he's hurting. I gotta see the Infinity War. But all right, Final Fantasy VII Remake. So according to a game developer out there, it looks like it's not coming anytime soon. They had
vaporware.
Yeah, they had a company called CyberConnect 2 that was working on it, and it looks like Square took the game away from them. So they just don't like where it's kind of going, in the direction it's going. They don't like the state that it's in, art direction. So basically, the way this kind of insider was saying, he's like, when has a company taking work from another company ever been a positive sign of things? And it's not looking good for this remake. So just want to bring it real quick to the Lord Sov and Lord Attic. I know this was close to your heart. What do you guys feel about this? Is this thing ever coming out, or you think
I don't think in that state. I mean, they promised it. They've shown trailers of it. I don't know. It wasn't gameplay really, but that the whole deal with splitting it up into multiple releases and making it episodic, that's where they went wrong. Like just condense it, make it the actual game. Don't try to do too much, make it pretty, and I think people have been happy.
Yo, stop it. Yo, it's like your niece or your nephew is playing with your Switch and they playing with it wrong. You said, give me that. Yo, that's not how you play with it. That's not how you play with it. yo, they was playing with Final Fantasy wrong. Give me my Final Fantasy back. Get off that.
I don't see what they were trying to accomplish by making it episodic. I mean, I understand like the different worlds you go to, you can separate it that way, but it just didn't make sense. Like if it was one game before, make it one game now. I think they overshot what they wanted to do. They're trying to do too much.
They're trying to get your wallet. That was a blatant charge on your card.
Lord Attic, I'm gonna let you close it with. I know this is Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VII is close to us. It's near and dear to us. That's our heart. Like, are you disappointed? Or are you just like, where you at?
I mean, I already didn't like the fact that they went towards that like Final Fantasy 15 thing. I mean, I liked 15, but at the same time, I didn't like 15. I still beat it. I don't like the fact that this game was announced. I mean, look at Kingdom Hearts 3. Like Square Enix, they don't know what they're doing these days. Look, they announced Kingdom Hearts 3, 2012, 13?
Yeah.
And we're 18, and it might come out this year. They announced Final Fantasy VII Remake, 3 years ago? And we have not even really seen solid gameplay on the game. We see, like, clips. But what I've been told, shout out the Dreamcast guy, he's been told that everything we saw, they had to scrap it all.
Wow.
And they had to restart from scratch.
Wow. That's bad. That's bad. Yeah, man. I mean, shout out to Blizz. Final Fantasy VII chilling with Half-Life 3 and Kingdom Hearts 3. Wow, they're going in. But yeah, I mean, I'm a little saddened by this news. I was definitely hyped.
I think it's going to come out, but not anytime soon.
Yeah, this is PS5 kind of stuff to me. So I think it's a dub. All right, so we're gonna close up soon. Let's get this the poll and going on, the new one for this week. All right. So when negative impressions or slash preview coverage of a highly anticipated title are released to the public before release, how much does this impact your decision in buying the game? A, huge impact. Will stop me from buying. What you said, Attic?
I said I can't wait to hear C.
B, no impact. If I love it, I'm still buying it. C, only if I'm on the fence with the game. Or D.
Oh, it's D this week. Okay, I can't wait to hear
D, you just scared of that Metacritic, fam. Those are the choices. Please rock the vote with the ILP Twitter polls when it goes up. Salute the Lord Smooth for coming through on his birthday, showing love in the realm of the Lords. That was much appreciated, man. He spent it with the crew. We love that. The realm was very appreciative. Shout out to Addict and everybody. And so we all hurting a little bit and everybody getting through this show. So we're gonna get these outros popping. Lord Addict, what do you have cooking up before you go?
I have a lot cooking up, but I don't have the energy to say it. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, man. Get some sleep. I know you're not doing well, man. Thank you for coming through. Lord Sov, my man. What you got going on? Where can the find you?
Hopefully be able to play some God of War this week. I got some Valkyries to kill. And that's about it. That's you know where to find me and not find me.
Lord King killing it today as usual. The jokes in the chat, bang bang, getting everybody all fired up. You know what I'm saying? Where can the find you and talk to us about that little show you was on? You know what I'm saying? Not little, but shout out to
baby.
I didn't mean it like that.
That was a 3.5 hour smash out podcast.
Exactly. My man.
Y'all really need to go and follow and like and make sure you subscribe to the Smash Podcast. That squad over there was 100% official. It gave me the outlet to talk about the Infinity War. And actually, to be honest with you, we went in depth and we had good talking and conversation back and forth. It was just a really good podcast. We didn't even know we went 3.5 hours. We looked up and it was like, oh snap! It's really this late.
Bloody man, he sees it in the chat. He said, "Please check out the show." Yeah, tell everybody, check out that Smash Podcast. You know, Bloody, we're gonna get you on the show. That's a fact.
Think that is their most watched podcast or something, or most like whatever. We had engagement all the way through for the 3.5 hours. Shout out to those 12 people that was really 100% all the way there. We had more viewers, but it was like 12 people that stood there for that 3.5 with us, rocked all the way through, and that's a testament to that podcast, man. I'm gonna go play me some God of War. I'm gonna go kill me some Valkyries. I'm loving the progression of the game. And I'm one of those people that like to go in the corners and find things. So this game allows you to do
it definitely speaks to that. Yes, the exploration. Oh, absolutely.
It has the best aspects of like old school Zelda, Metroid, like all of that, and the Tomb Raider, like that Rise of the Tomb Raider. I love that because every little thing you got in Rise of the Tomb Raider made your weapons better, made your gear better, and that's what this game does. So you just want to keep finding stuff.
No doubt.
He said, "King, the test server is up. Don't do it. If the test server is up, I'm back playing PUBG." Listen, Def knows for a fact that I'm going to be playing PUBG. So you can catch me on well, you can't catch me on Instagram. That's not going to happen. But you can catch me on Twitter, Facebook, all that. Oh, I've linked everything to my streaming. I've got that app. I've linked everything to my streaming, and I've been testing it right now. So I've been testing Mixer. I've been testing Twitch. I've been going live there. Mixer, Twitch, and Twitter and Periscope. So I'm trying to get the one that has the Facebook and everything all linked up so I can just like broadcast hardcore at you guys. But listen, we're moving. The whole build up is to E3.
Absolutely.
The shirts are in production. We're going to give you the colors. We're going to give you when they drop because you're going to actually get them earlier this year. Like I know last year you got them at right before the event and was able to get it then. But this time you're going to get it at least 2 or 3 weeks earlier because if you're going to E3 or if you want to rep E3 and you want to be part of that hashtag, that tweet out and stuff like that to get all that free stuff that's coming your way, you got to have the shirt and you got to be posting the shirt and you got to be showing with the shirt. And I'm going to tell who won the PAX challenge because it was 6 of you guys that actually tweeted out the shirts. way more than that purchase the shirts. So I understand y'all want to keep it in the wraps, and I understand you want to let everybody know you rocking out there with that Iron Lords because you on the other podcast that may seem like it's a rival. We don't have no rivals.
Facts.
All right, there's no rivals. We have friends and we have family. So at any point in time you feel like we are rival to you, let me tell you something. We are not. You can talk to us. We will come on your show. You can come on this show. We are not about that right there.
Yeah, if guys want to jump on, you guys hit me up. And
no rival.
People, there's no rivalry, man. It was love out here. You know, we spend that realness in the realm. You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BK. Yeah, we're gonna be in E3 this year. You better be there, BK Vestai, because you be talking.
No,
I like you.
BK, you gonna be if you. I
gotta come through, BK. We like you.
If you out there and we put out that swag and tag, because we're gonna be doing grilling. We're gonna be we are going to link up with every last person that we really messed with.
Yeah,
all right?
You out there, we're gonna show love. Facts. Yeah, Chief Tommy, what up, man? You late, Tommy?
Oh my God, Chief Tommy, you showed up, my
dude. Man. Yeah, definitely, man. So Lord Cognito here, the realness was spread in the realm. Chat was absolutely lit today. Thank you so much.
Always lit.
You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, subscribe. We'll get the audio up tonight. You get that stuff to Kai Batu and the crew. They'll get that popping. And obviously, we know Flashpoint 14 was up with Ebontis, Eve of the Warmind. If you are interested, it drops Tuesday. We break that whole thing down. Is it gonna save Destiny? Probably not, but it's hot, y'all. It's actually pretty good.
It's gonna save me.
Yeah, look,
if it dropped Tuesday, I already paid for it.
Exactly. So. If you bought that expansion pass, you got to do it, man, because they're actually doing a good job, and they're setting up for September, which is going to be their Taken King style moment. It looks like the stars might be aligned there. So that's pretty much what it is.
One chip challenge. Me and Bloody Knuckles gonna be doing that one chip challenge.
One chip challenge is going down. Also, so Patreon.
Hit that Patreon. If y'all want that to happen, that Patreon is gonna go up, and Lord Sovereign is gonna give y'all all the information on that.
Yes,
you guys hit me up.
You're gonna have to pay for that.
Hit me up in the DM. Hit me up in chat. Hit me up wherever. I think us more than a lot of other podcasts, like this is our primary thing, right? The show, and this is where we engage with all of you guys. So we want to know what it is that you guys want from us. What more do you want?
You want to get on the show?
We want We want to know what it is that you guys would want in terms of goals and rewards in a Patreon. Because at the end of the day, it's about you guys, how much you guys engage with us, how much you guys care about the show and the content and what we do. So at the end of the day, it is about you guys. So please let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me in the DM. Hit any one of us, and they'll pass it along to me.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely, man, because LordSovILP made a good point. We definitely want to set these tiers up right. We want proper engagement with you guys, things that you wanted us to do.
Well, this guy, Dev just told me he wants some of my blood. That will be in the $20,000 I will give you a vial of king blood.
He wants you and Hulk gloves and the gauntlet in the ring.
In the ring.
You said he wants me to do what?
He said to put on the Hulk gloves and the gauntlet gloves, go in the ring with you and Anchor.
Anchor don't want that smoke. I would do that. I would do that Patreon for free.
One thing in particular that was mentioned is Lord King getting a tattoo of some kind.
Oh yeah, not of some kind, of this logo right here on my chest, right here. And y'all gonna see the pain, y'all gonna see the nipple out and all that. Y'all gonna
Mike said he wants to see King with a white face paint and a hammer.
Yo, if you want me to dress up like Kratos, I will put on full body paint. Listen, full body paint, like it had a red swash and all that. I got the bed, so I'm already down with that. And I have my son dress up at Atriox.
Lord King has made it clear that he is willing to put life on the line.
Yeah, for the gram, man. Do it for the gram. Do it for the gram. Do it for the vibe.
So you guys go wild, go crazy.
Yo, whatever y'all looking for, whatever y'all want that make it happen. Listen, I'm having so much fun. I'm a fun dude. And if it's all in the quest for fun, yeah, man, we're gonna get this done.
Absolutely. So, like I said, hit up Starve, hit us up the DM as well. Like I said, for just coming up, trying to structure the tiers and get that thing finished off. We're gonna get this up as soon as possible. The road to E3 is coming. Got a lot of good stuff planned. It's gonna be fun. Everybody enjoy this Sunday. I gotta go see Infinity War for a second time, y'all. And some new people who haven't seen. So everyone, enjoy your Sunday. We're doing up. The realm was lit.
Bring the Kleenex with you.
And on that note, we out.
All right.